This is the Donut SMP, a server where thousands of players compete for one thing, getting rich. But I'm here to prove how easy it really is. In fact, I'm gonna start with $0 and grind all the way to 25 million, all without ever leaving the Nether roof. Let's get started. Alright, so I just spawned in and there is, well, nothing. There is mushrooms though, so I think that's gonna be my first money making method. And I can't break them, it seems like it's bugging out because anti-cheat. So I think the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna sell these mushrooms, and I got $27. And I've actually found my first structures. I found this dirt block and 2 nether portals, which I can't go through because that'd be breaking the challenge. So I guess I can mine this dirt block, and I can probably sell this for like 1k. This dirt sells very, very quick. And someone actually just bought my dirt for 1,000, so let's keep on going. Currently, my main goal is to get dirt, a sapling, and bone meal. If I can get all 3 of these things, then I can get trees. And if I can get trees, then I can get money. And I just found a leaf, so if I can get a sapling off this, that would be great. And of course I did. I think my strategy is going to be sniping stuff that is recently listed for a cheap price. Just look how quick this goes. And I just got these saplings and some dirt, so I can maybe try and grow a tree. Now I'm gonna make a bone meal order for 26 each, and I'm gonna get 20 bone meal, which is basically all my money. And my bone meal order just completed, so now I can grow my first tree. Please, 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 please. And it looks like we got a tree. Now this is probably where most people would be normally starting off, but I am 12 minutes in, and I'm mining my first ever tree. Now I think I'm just going to turn these into signs, because signs sell for like 20k each, and they sell really quick. Now I'm just going to keep on growing trees, and I'm going to buy my first ever axe. Let me see if I can get a decent one. I guess I'll just get this iron one for 35k, and now I can mine these trees much, much faster. My strategy for selling signs is to separate them into stacks of 10, so I can turn just a few signs into way more, because people don't actually care about the amount of signs they're buying if it's above like 10. And after 25 minutes, I finally made my first 100,000, and I only have to do that 250 more times. Should be easy, right? Now I think I'm gonna change up my strategy. I'm gonna enchant stuff and see how much money I can make, but I have to make a little bit more money for bookshelves. So tree grinding. Alright, now we have an enchantment table set up. Now all I need to do is just get a little bit more money and start enchanting. Alright, I just bought this diamond chestplate. I'm gonna remove the enchants on it and re-enchant it and see if I can get some good enchants. And I got blast protection 4, so I'm gonna do this. Thorns 1's not that good, but it's alright. So I can sell this for 100k, and I can just wait. Now I combine the 2 methods of enchanting and chopping trees down, and I did this until I got to 1 million. And now we have finally made our first million. I am exactly 1 hour in, and I've made 1 million. So only 25 hours. But I imagine it's going to get way faster from now on. Alright, for the next money making method, I'm going to trade with piglins. And you might be asking, well, how will you get piglins to spawn on the nether roof? If you didn't know, you can make a giant netherrack platform just like this. And if you make this platform big enough, you can spawn piglins on it, and then you can trade with them, and we can hope that we can get soul speed 3. And if you don't know how expensive soul speed 3 is, soul speed 3 is around 500k at the time of recording this. So if I can just get 1 or 2 of these books, that's already 1 million. Bro, go away. Wait, this piglin a little bit, okay. I think I need some gold armor or I'm gonna die. Okay, I'm gonna extend the platform a little bit more, and then I'm going to move to the piglin farm. Alright, these guys are not meant to be here, so let me just... And we got that double, and we got some leather, nice. I don't really know the exact piglin spawning mechanics, so I'm just going to AFK right here and hopefully I get a few piglins. Alright, I just trapped these 2 piglins and now I'm just gonna hope I can get soul speed 3 or just like soul speed 1 or 2. Anything is fine because 1 soul speed 3 is worth 500k, which will significantly boost my money. Alright, so here's a quick time lapse, but I eventually ended up getting 2 soul speed 3 books, which is around 1 million, and that's a lot of profit. Now, while I wait for those soul speed books to sell, I'm going to do the next money making method. If you look on AH, you can see all these maps selling for 10k each. If you didn't know, these maps can be duplicated very easily. Let me show you. First you need empty maps, and we're just going to use these empty maps to duplicate these maps just like this. Now it's going to sell each map individually for 10k. Alright, after selling maps for a few minutes, I have 1.6 mil. And as a reminder, the books I put up still haven't sold yet, and these are both 500k, plus all these extra maps and compasses, I guess. Alright, I just AFK'd and let everything sell, and we have about 3 million. Alright, if we look on the AH, quartz sells for around 9k a stack. So I have an idea. Alright, so I ended up making an automatic quartz block crafter, but this didn't really make me any money, so I just ended up ditching it and it went to nothing. After that, I just made more enchants, more maps, and I eventually ended the day off with around 3 million. Now, to day 2. Alright, I think now I'm going to upgrade our enchantment station. Alright, let's test it out. And it works perfectly. This will make it way easier to enchant stuff. Okay, I think I've just thought of my next money making method. If you look on AH, you can find these re-gear shulkers right here. And I think that I might be able to make them and make a lot of profit from them, because each one of them is around 800k per. Alright, after a bit of thinking, I think this will be my re-gear shulker that I'm going to use for this. Alright, I just finished making all those re-gears, let's hope they all sell. And I just came back and I just made 5 million off that. And how many things sold? We only have 3 left, so we can say that this is a very, very good method. I'm gonna repeat this method until I get to around 15 million, I guess. And because I didn't want to end the video on some boring old method like selling trees or something, I decided that I'd TP Dr. Donut for the final method. Just enjoy.
Low, bro, y'all just want me to get trapped every second. Yo guys, I'm 100% certain that we're in the Nether.
Can you rate my base?
Yeah, sure. What is it?
It's an enchantment table.
Why do you sound like sad?
I don't know. Can you buy my mystery box for 5 million?
Yeah, sure. Here you go. Alright, I'm probably gonna leave. I'll give this base a 4 out of 10.
Okay, thanks.
Actually, I'll lower it to a 2.
Oh. Okay, Dr. Donut. And with that, the challenge is finally over. And I don't actually need this 25 million, so just comment your name in the comment section, and I'll just pick a random person and give them 25 million. And if that, goodbye.